Cambridge is known for its free roaming cow population. The Cambridge cows have been a fundamental part of the city's history for hundreds of years. They act as the city's natural ecological surveyors. And with their pat, they help to keep the city's soil fertile. They spend their time socialising, grazing, moving as a herd. Swiftlets are small, fascinating birds which hardly ever land. Here in Fulbourn, new homes have been equipped with small boxes on their roofs, ready to house swifts. Locating swifts can be easy. Forming large groups called screams, they fly above where they nest. They fly around, catching bugs in mid-air. Barn owls are some of the most common species of owl in the UK. Their colouring makes them stand out, with the best times to see them being dusk or dawn. This one is scouting for its next meal. It will fly between treetops, and while flying over, look down and scan the ground. Once a barn owl spots a window to catch its prey, it makes quick work of it. Here at Horsey Gap, it is pupping season for the common seal. These pups have been left on the sand while the parents stay within the cold water. Due to the heat, the common seals must watch their young from afar. Well, at least the pups seem to be enjoying themselves. The coming of autumn marks the start of the rutting season for the red deer. These fights break out due to the increase of testosterone in the males. They will lock heads and push. Sometimes the males can't be bothered, or they get slightly confused. The larger males will not even entertain the smaller males. With a sharp end like that, they could poke someone's eye out. During this time, red foxes can be seen playing or scavenging for food. Like red deer, fallow deer will rut during autumn. Occasionally, instead of rutting, fallow deer can do a behaviour called a lek. The main difference between rutting and a lek is rutting means that men will fight for breeding rights over the females. And a lek is when a group of fallow deer will allow the female to pick whatever male they want to breed with instead of the biggest and toughest male. The men in this group will share their own sub-areas. These areas are specialised for them to bring back a female to mate with. This male is rutting. While the males are exhibiting this behaviour, they will look for anything to knock their antlers against, whether that be trees, branches, or the ground. As the name would imply, barn swallows commonly nest in farm buildings. These birds act as natural pesticides, as they kill and eat any insects they can find around the barn. Using a mixture of their own saliva and mud, they mould a nest in which they raise their young. We have spoken about both the fallow deer and red deer's rutting habits, but what happens when the biggest male has won? The male, full of testosterone, likes to show off. As the lead male, it is his job to impregnate all of the does. When he lifts his top lift, he is smelling to see if a woman can be pregnant or not. Another way of doing this is tasting the air with his tongue, walking around, flicking his tongue out, seeing if there's anything available. As the leader, it is also his job to look after all of his does. This younger, rather ambitious male is chasing one of his does around. These two keep their heads down and pretend as if they've not done a thing, which does not work, and they get chased off by the alpha male. If he comes back, there will be trouble. Rather strangely, this adult is eating bark. When food supplies are low, males will use their antlers to scrape off tree bark. Another popular cuisine amongst deer are chestnuts. When it is windy or rainy, deer will gather underneath the chestnut tree. And here comes the fashionably late fallow deer, trying to grab some chestnuts. If there were less to go around, the red deer would be more territorial about their food. But luckily, there is plenty. spend their autumn preparing for winter. This means they need to be putting on weight to get a thick winter coat. Here at Donanook, it is pupping season for the grey seals. The caterpillar-like movement that seals use is called glumphing, and this mother is returning to her pup. Unfortunately, the way back to her pup is blocked by a large male grey seal. They tend to be more aggressive during this time, and they attack mothers and trample pups without a care. The mother knows that if she goes any further, she will lose her pup. Without their mother's milk, pups unfortunately fall victim to starvation. Luckily, circumstances like this hardly happen. Grey seal mums are amazing mothers. Pups will drink their mother's milk for 3 weeks until they are weaned off. During the winter months, a grey heron pair will spend their time either building or rebuilding a previously used nest. Large trees like this one can be seen full of heron nests. These are called heron rees. One member of the pair will fly off to find materials for the nest, typically sticks. While one collects sticks, the other sits and maintains the nest. The placement of the stick matters deeply to this heron. Over the next month, the herons will repeat this process until they are happy with the size of their nest. The European badger is the UK's largest land predator. Weighing in at around 12 kilos, the badger has no natural predators. During these cold months, the badger must maintain its winter coat. Badgers will forage for food, like worms, small mice, larger rodents, or even badgers occasionally can be seen changing out their bedding, switching old leaves for new ones. Every badger den will have multiple entrances, but they will not all be in use. Having more entrances increases airflow and the overall safety for its inhabitants. The only thing a badger needs to be wary of is another badger. Entrances to a badger den are often built high above any water level. This is to avoid Skomer Island in Wales has its own unique ecosystem. The island is home to a wide variety of different bird species, along with rabbits. The island's most iconic species, however, puffins. During April, puffins will come to the island to build a nest and find a mate. But due to the lack of trees on the island, puffins have no way of building a real nest, so instead they dig holes. These so-called nests stretch across the entire island and can be seen from afar. Puffins are colony birds and they seem to do everything in sync. Puffins smacking their beaks against one another is a common sight on the island. This is a form of courtship or simply a greeting. Puffins have a natural charisma to them. There's just something so elegant about them. Me personally, I just enjoy the way they walk around. Over the spring months, the island will be covered in a blanket of bluebells and red campions. The island's gull population eats the seabirds and, unfortunately, rabbits whole. But despite their rank in the island's food chain, they still have to deal with scavengers stealing their eggs. While the centre of the island belongs to the gulls, the outside belongs to the razorbills. These giant congregations of seabirds can easily be mistaken for penguins. Much like puffins, these razorbills do not construct an ordinary nest. Due to their tightly packed population, razorbills are forced to lay their eggs on the sheer rock face. The luckier ones are able to lay their eggs within crevices of the rock face. Spring is all about the creation and upbringing of new life. And while raising young comes challenges to be overcome.